Rob, long time no speak. It's obviously been a while since we've had a Real Bedford home match where we've been able to converse post-game. Talk to me about how the last sort of month has gone in terms of on-the-field stuff, because it's been a bit stop-start with the weather, of course.
Yeah, look, it's always frustrating when games are called off, but for us we train as normal, so if we don't play, we'll train. It's keeping the lads' sort of fitness levels up. Continuing sort of implementing sort of our style and the way we want to play, but no, it's been enjoyable. Look, it's frustrating that you can't obviously play, but the fact we're all together and continuing to train, which is huge credit to the lads. Their commitment and the standards they're showing is really high. So no, really impressed with the way the lads have responded themselves to not having match days. So no, really happy with what's happening.
The one league fixture that obviously has come our way, a very important one, St Pantelimon, some rights to wrong in terms of the reverse fixture from back in September, but a convincing victory over at Potter's Bar.
Yeah, incredible, to be fair. The boys, again, the way we played, the sort of the real pleasing aspect for us as a group of staff was the way the boys run. They run hard, they pressed hard, fought for every ball, first ball, second ball. It was sort of, we know the technical ability the group's got is in my eyes one of the best at this level. So we're always trying to drive the other side of the game, the sort of work rate, the desire to go and cover for your mate when he makes a mistake, and that sort of performance as a whole was kind of complete, really. So no, it was really pleasing, and like I said, a real credit to the boys, considering sort of different elements in terms of the pitch wasn't great either. But no, really happy with that win.
The game obviously that came before that Cockfoster Cup clash even, are really important that Real Bedford not only push on in the league but in local cup competitions as well. And obviously with how close the game was at the end of 2023 with Cockfosters in the league, must have felt nice to once again cement that sort of victory in cup action as well.
Yeah, those two games, like you said, going league and then cup, it's always difficult. Sort of teams, naturally, when you've just played them, you get to know each other a little bit more, and they were two really tight games. I think I said after the league game, give sort of Cockfosters a lot of plaudits for that. The way they set up, they stuck to their plan from minute 1 to minute 90. And look, if you were in their camp, they probably would go away thinking they should have got something from the league game. But I believe, and like I said, our style and the way we play, I think you get your rewards in the end, and we did, thankfully, in the league game. And then going on to the cup, sort of we rotated it a little bit, and those boys that come in were tremendous. When you're sort of on the sidelines, not playing week in, week out, like some of them boys haven't, to then go in against a difficult opposition and sort of show the levels they did, again, is fair play to them, because they train well, train hard, and then being told you're not playing is very, very hard when that's happening quite often. So those boys that come in really stepped up, and those boys also are pivotal in driving the standards for those that are starting. And to be fair, I think we sort of, although the scoreline doesn't reflect it, we dominated that cup game and deserved to go through.
I guess potentially one of the few upsides into having less games over a period of time is that treatment table, the queue sort of gets slightly shorter. A few players returning from injury into the new year, a few updates potentially on the likes of Tom Hitchcock, who's had a lot of time out, and potentially Ollie Swain, who we heard fell short in that Cockfoster Club match coming off at half time.
Yeah, but Tom's back on the grass with Lottie. He's coming into his second week now, so hopefully he can return to training sort of early next week, which is positive for the group, because we've missed Tom. He gives us a lot, just in terms of his his personality and character, and then his football ability is tremendous. So it'd be good to have Tom back. Obviously Ollie's got a ankle sort of problem at the minute, which is probably worse than first thought, so that's just a period of assessing him and sort of doing rehab Joe Stills had his MRI on his groin area, so hopefully we get the results back for that soon and can get moving on that. Obviously, Matt Clifford's waiting for his operation date. Again, that's just a waiting game for Matt, but hopefully we get that sorted soon. And then just looking up there, Ben Fitzjohn, obviously who broke his leg. I know saw Lottie on Saturday, and he's progressing really well. He's sort of at the period where he can start light jogging, which will be great news for him and for us. But no, the injuries are progressing well, and hopefully they can all be back at some point soon.
And of course, off the field for Real Bedford at the moment, there's been a lot of news, the club making headlines in more ways than one, especially over the last week. From a playing staff and coaching staff point of view, what sort of effect does that have on the team, of course, as you head into a pivotal part of the season, chasing League, Cup, etc., etc.?
Yeah, look, it's natural as a human, I suppose, when sort of it's getting put in the social media and what's going on. You're going to look at it and you're going to take an interest, whether that's a staff member or a player. But from my side and the management's side, we've reiterated to the players we can only affect what's going on the football pitch. That's what we have to concentrate on, his training levels, and then a match day. Everything else will be taken care of from the people off the field. So no, nothing changes from our side. We acknowledge there is stuff going on, because you'd be silly to not acknowledge it. It's part and parcel of football and where this club wants to go. But no, we're firmly fixed on the football pitch and getting results for the club.
And heading into Saturday, it's an away match up against Bulldog, who ran Real Bedford very close at Mullen Park a couple of weeks ago. Your thoughts heading into that clash?
Yeah, excited. Full week of training to prepare for it, and like you said, they've got a good group of players there, good staff. So it'd be good to test ourselves and another challenge. But it's one that we'll go into full of momentum and confidence, and one we'll be looking to get a positive result.